Hey, what's up? What's going on, you guys? We have now tuned in to another recap of Love, I was gonna say Love and Hip Hop, y'all. I'm tired. The Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's what we talk about. Season 9, episode 3. Alright, shout out to Jennifer Owens for her comment that she made on the last video that I did. We getting our comments back up and flowing. Like I said, I know I've been out for a little while, but I'm back full force. We got 3 videos coming strong. Shout out to my boy Mike B. He just recently had put up a video where he was just talking about like the state of the world and things like that, and he's definitely been a very good support system, so definitely be sure to check him out. He's back on it and he's doing his thing as well. Alright, so we start off, it was Phaedra, Sharee, and Porsha. They were all like just spilling some tea, and they was just, well, who was it? They was just kind of talking about the whole Kenya and Sharee situation and how all that shade was going down with the conversation that they had. Meanwhile, Kenya, she was with her boo thing, her trainer man, and, you know, just getting the body right and tight. And she also was talking to him about the situation that went down with her and Sharee. And so, yeah, it was pretty much doing this, talking about each other, just in different parts of the world. Well, not parts of the world, but yeah, y'all know what I mean, okay? Y'all know what I mean. So Kandi, she's having this like whole meeting with Todd and the rest of the staff, and then this chick walks in and everybody just looked like they was shocked to see her, and like, why is she here, and how you just gonna come to the candy factory without making an appointment or something? You just popping up like, hey, it's me. So this chick, her name is Kris Kelly. She's a Jamaican star. Well, I don't know about star, but she's a Jamaican artist. And she actually is with Kandi's daughter's father. I don't want to say it on ghetto, like, oh, Kandi baby daddy type of thing. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. His name is Block. She hasn't really spoken about him too much throughout the seasons. But I guess now he's going to be part of the show because they did show cameos of him and little scenes with him there as well. So I guess somehow he worked his way into getting to be on the show now. So yeah, so she pops up and she says how she's trying to get him to be more involved in his daughter's life. But I don't know, something about her seems a little hypocritical, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But she was just saying how she wanted to have him do the right thing and things like that. But I'm like, I just felt like she's just an opportunist, and she just wanted to be on the show, and she wanted to get her face out there so people couldn't Google her. Because I'm like, at the end of the day, if he really wants to be involved in his daughter's life, he is the father. He should be the one to go ahead and do that. So that whole thing for me, you know, I was definitely feeling how Kandi was feeling, like, why is she the one coming? If anything, he should be the one trying to step up. And it's like, dang, like, I guess it's never too late to really be in your child's life. Sometimes. I mean, there is a part where it could be too late. But I don't know, like, he's missed so many amazing moments that she's had growing up as a child, from what it seems like. I mean, there's always 2 sides to a story, but from what Kandi's saying, it's like he really missed out on a lot. So Kenya and Matt, they're now driving to go to his family reunion. It was like an 8-hour drive to Cincinnati. And Kenya just seemed to be like annoying throughout the whole ride. She was talking about how it's going to be a long ride and this and that, but she was like complaining throughout the whole thing. I'm like, I feel sorry for him. He probably needs some earplugs or something, because she seemed like she was just talking, and not even just talking, but like more so complaining. And who wants to be with somebody with all that negative energy? Oh my goodness. I would just been like over it. It's like when I drive with my mom. Like, she's not that negative, but like she'll say all kind of stuff, and she'll be like one of those people that are driving in their head, and they'll be like, oh, watch it, go this way, go that way. Like, those are the kind of people that make you like almost crash, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to hear silence, you know? Or if there is real grave danger, like, yeah, you can let me know, but like, don't every time we turn, every time we going straight or left or right, you saying something. That's so annoying. So now Sharee, she goes to see her ex-husband Bob, and he had the audacity to ask if he could be in the Sharee Chateau Sharee. She was like, you gotta wait for that. Like, we ain't at that point yet. I mean, it's crazy how I feel like when you're doing good, that's when everybody wants to like kind of bask in your success and just kind of like roll around and just be happy in the success that you've built, while a lot of times they were the ones that caused you to be the strong person that you are today. And I definitely experienced a similar situation, which I was talking about earlier. So seeing this scene, it just kind of brought me back to that, where it's a similar, pretty much a similar situation where somebody, they was like not there for everything, and we went through it, craziness, and years later they wanted to try to like be a part of the good. Like, dude, you left. Not even you left, but it wasn't working. We wasn't good. It was a disaster. So what you trying to do now? So Cynthia, Mallory, and her mother, they're all having a chat or whatever, just like, you know, catching up on things. And Cynthia finds out that Mallory's been talking to Peter. Peter's been telling Mallory things like he really misses Cynthia. And she's just like, she doesn't really know what to say when he gets like that. I mean, it's pretty cool that they're, I guess, now having, it's weird actually that now they're having a relationship when the whole entire time they never even wanted them to get married. I don't even think that I would be able to have a really good relationship with Mallory if I was Peter, because they even hid the marriage certificate or license or whatever the heck it is. I think it was a license, so that they couldn't legally get married. So, you know, at the end of the day, I don't feel like those are people that care about how you feel. And so, yeah, that would be the last person that I would want to confide in. I guess he's just talking to her because he knows that that's one of the closest people to Cynthia, and maybe word would get back to her. So Porsha, Phaedra, they're like besties, honey, and they're going on a little trail, getting those booties right and tight, you know, just in nature. And Porsha, she mentions that she still wants to have a baby, and she has an ex named Todd that she's thinking about proposing the whole I want a baby with you but not want to be with you type of situation. But when later on she did talk to him about it, and he was just like kind of not with it. He more so wants to be with her if he's going to have a kid. I mean, he already has 2 kids, so he's pretty much probably living that kind of life anyway. I guess he just doesn't want to initially sign up for that type of life. But if it happens, it happens, which, you know, it's possible you guys could still have a kid and things don't work out, and it will pretty much be that same way that she's trying to have it. So I guess she's just trying to kind of skip through all that, all those possibilities, and just kind of get to the baby making and knowing that we're not going to be together instead of going through that heartbreak. Makes sense. A lot of people seem to be doing that lately, right? So yeah, Kenya meets up with Matt's family, and they are some very opinionated people. Like, she done met her match, because his sister, she was not playing. She was saying, you know, she was skeptical of her, and she was saying how the age difference and all this, and she seemed like she was pretty argumentative, and Kenya seemed like she wasn't really all that prepared for it. But it seemed like at the end of it all, everything kind of worked out, and it seems like the mother's kind of like accepting of Kenya, and Kenya really adores that, because even her own mother didn't accept her. So that's something that's very different for her. So I know she's happy right now and content and hoping that things do work out. I'm kind of rooting for her too. I mean, I don't know if they'll really work out, just because, not necessarily the age difference, but I just think because of the whole financial difference. But hopefully he's able to get up to a better level. I mean, now he's on the show. He's making money from there. He's also a trainer. He's most likely, his value of being a trainer has probably gone up tremendously, because he's now a celebrity type of person. You know, he's on a show and things like that. So he's most likely a celebrity trainer now, I would assume. And he could do a little bit of contracting now, because he worked on her place. So, you know, I guess, like, you know, he's probably getting up there as far as his finances. Another thing that was funny was he was trying to take the bill when they all had their little family dinner, and she was trying to take it from him, like, oh, can I pay? And his daddy was like, you know, you don't always gotta take the bill because she makes more money than you, son. I was like, okay, Daddy, these people don't play. They keep it real. Kandi and Sharee go to the gym. Kandi eventually brings up the situation about Riley's father and how this Kris Kelly chick had came to her and was trying to kind of rectify the situation in a sense, and was saying that she was pushing him to do what he's supposed to do. But Kandi mentioned a lot of things that she, you know, situations like this, it definitely touches my heart, because a lot of you guys know, you know, I do talk about my life here and there on these when certain situations arise, because why not? I mean, I don't care. And I could just show you like how I manage or how I relate to these things. And with her talking about, you know, when she was pregnant and she called him and he said that he wasn't going to be there, he didn't want anything to do, I had the same thing happen to me. So now my son's father is like, has tried to take custody and has called ACS and all kind of spiteful things just because I'm trying to get child support, because he doesn't want to pay and he hasn't paid for years. So it's like, it's crazy how all of a sudden somebody could just pop up and just want to like kind of take over. And I see the reason why she was crying, because she's just like, you know, she's done everything by herself for all these years. And now he's like, not even him, it's like now they're trying to like pop up into the life and trying to change things all of a sudden. She doesn't want to like stop it from happening and prevent him from talking to his daughter, but she doesn't want her daughter to get hurt either. So yeah, honey, things is complicated for her right now. So I guess we're gonna see more of him on the show and, you know, things like that. They did show him with her, with the Kris Kelly girl, and I guess one of Kandi's friends that are mutual friends with him, and some other guy. I don't remember who he was or whatever, or his significance in being a part of that little scene. But yeah, the four of them was talking, and she was saying how they're just trying to, Kris Kelly was saying how they're trying to block out or block is the guy's name. They're trying to keep him out of the whole situation. And I'm like, that's not even the conversation that you had. Like, what are you even talking about? That just seemed kind of shady to me. And he was saying how he's been trying to do this and trying to do that. But then he was asked a question where Kandi's friend was like, yeah, but have you been trying to do things like financially, and have you been doing everything that you're supposed to be doing? And he just kind of like went around the situation and was like, I'm not going to make them come see me, or something along those lines. And I was just like, but dude, you didn't really answer the question. So that shows right there that you haven't really been doing everything that you can potentially do or are supposed to be doing. And he kind of admitted, even though he didn't want to sound like an a-hole, he kind of admitted that he has stood her up before. I think he said he did it one time. But regardless, like, you know, that hurts people, and people don't want to go through that all the time. So yeah, Kandi, she's just like pretty much pissed about the whole situation, and I guess we'll see how that goes down with them and how he's going to like come into play more. They did show like a little scene from an upcoming episode where he was saying that he don't want to chase them or something like that, and she's like, you do need to chase my daughter. And yeah, so I don't know how that's going down, but we shall see, you guys. I'm probably gonna go watch the AMAs now. I'm not gonna review it or anything. I wasn't even gonna really watch it, but my sister's watching it, so while I'm editing, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a look-see. Yeah, I got a big day ahead of me. I got court stuff with the BD, baby daddy. So I'm going to bed kind of early once I put this video up. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you check out my other channel. I'm going to have a lot of story times. I have 2 story times that I put up on Sunday. And I also have a lot more coming up in this week. And that's Some More Love TV. This is Some More Love Real TV. So try to differentiate the two, but we doing it, yeah. And thanks so much for your support, guys. Stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one.